Hello everyone and welcome back to Kuttigathas, a podcast where we bring you enchanting stories from Hindu culture, Indian folklore, and timeless parables filled with magic, adventure, and life lessons. Are you ready for today's tale? Let's begin! Before we start today's tale, let's start off with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, say Om for as long as you can. Rath Yatra. Have you ever wondered why we celebrate our favorite festivals? Welcome to the stories behind the festival, a special segment where we unwrap the magical tales hidden inside every celebration, because behind every sweet you eat, every decoration you hang, and every prayer you chant, there's a story waiting to be told. Have you ever seen a chariot so big it looks like a moving temple? Or wondered why 3 colorful wooden gods ride together every year in a grand parade? Today, we're going on a magical journey to a special place in India called Puri, in the state of Orissa, where Lord Jaganath lives. A long, long time ago, there lived a great king named Indradumna. He loved Vishnu with all his heart. One night, he had a dream. In the dream, an omnipotent voice said, "Dear Indradumna, I will come to earth in a very special form. Build me a temple by the sea in a place called Puri. And when you get to the shore, find a floating log of neem wood to make my idol." The king woke up with a smile. He ran to his ministers and said, "We must build a temple for Lord Vishnu right away." So they searched high and low, and finally they found the perfect spot in Puri, and the wood that was thought to be Krishna's heart. But that's a story for another time. They built a beautiful temple, but they needed someone to construct the idol which would be worshipped. Just then, an old carpenter came to the palace. He had kind eyes and carried only a small bag of tools. He said, "I will carve the idols of Lord Jaganath, his brother Balarama, and their sister Subhadra. But there is one rule. I must work alone in a closed room, and no one may enter until I finish." The king agreed, and days passed. The sounds of carving could be heard behind the closed door. Tap, 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 knock, knock, knock. But after a few days, silence. 2 weeks had passed since he started working without food or water, so the queen got worried. What if something happened? She asked the king, and they quietly opened the door, but inside the carpenter was gone. No tools, no footprints. Only the 3 beautiful wooden idols were there. But wait, the idols weren't finished. They had no hands or feet. Lord Jaganath had a round black face, big wide eyes that never blink, like he's always watching over everyone with love. His smile was small, but full of kindness. His body was shaped like a big rectangle, almost like a block of wood. And he had no hands and feet, but guess what? That makes him extra special, because it shows that God does not need arms or legs to take care of us. Now, this does not sound like any ordinary carpenter. And you're right. It was none other than Vishwakarma, the architect of the gods, in disguise. He disappeared because someone broke their promise. But Indradumna was stressed. These idols did not look like normal idols from the other temples. But Lord Vishnu came to the king in another dream and said, "These forms are perfect. I chose them as they remind me of my childhood with my brother and sister. I will live in these idols and bless all who come to see me." And that's how Lord Jaganath, Lord Balarama, and Goddess Subhadra came to live in Puri. Every year they go out for a grand ride in giant chariots during a festival called Rath Yatra. And that's how Lord Jaganath with his siblings goes and visits his Masi Gundicha's temple, where he spends 9 days while Puri Jaganath temple remains empty awaiting their return. This year it will be celebrated on June 27th, 2025. Here are some interesting facts about the Puri Jaganath temple. 1. The eyes of Lord Jaganath are super big and round because they are always watching over everyone. He doesn't blink, so he doesn't miss a single prayer, smile, or dance. Number 2. The idols of Lord Jaganath, Balarama, and Subhadra are made of wood, not stone. And every 12 to 19 years, they are lovingly replaced with new wooden idols in a very special ceremony. And 3. The flag on top of the Jagannath temple is always flying in the opposite direction of the wind. Scientists can't explain why, and it's been happening for over 800 years. So, what's the moral of this story? Sometimes things don't look perfect on the outside, like how Lord Jaganath doesn't have arms or legs. But it's what inside that counts. His love, kindness, and open heart remind us that true beauty is how we treat others. No matter who you are or where you're from, there's always room for you in Lord Jaganath's big, beautiful world. Happy Rath Yatra! Until next time, keep learning and keep smiling. Hari Sharanam.